Hillary Clinton. I will be voting for Hillary Clinton.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is what desperation looks like. Now, I am not the biggest fan of Trump, but you gotta admit, this is hysterical. It is painfully obvious at this point that the mainstream media and Hollywood and the elite and pretty much everybody with any sort of power or influence seems to be against this guy. And the funny thing is, it seems that they're not winning. And I don't think they're very accustomed to not winning. And that's why you're starting to see them break down. And it's so, it is so obvious how biased the media is. If there's one good thing that has come out of this whole ordeal, it is showing people, it is shining a big old spotlight on just how biased and controlled all of the entertainment and media truly is. I mean, it is totally absurd how many people are so vehemently against this guy. Now, I've been saying for a long time that, Trump was a plant. He was just running to get Hillary elected. Because when you think about it, Trump is the only person on the planet who could simultaneously obtain the Republican nomination and still lose to Hillary Clinton. I mean, when you have somebody as polarizing as Hillary Clinton, you need somebody who's just as, if not more, polarizing to compete against her if she is to win. And to me, that's what I kind of saw with this Donald Trump guy. Not to mention, he has roots and he's been friends with the Clintons. Their daughters are friends, I believe, and let's face it, the guy's not exactly a role model. So it's really not difficult to envision, some sort of underhanded deal going on here. But with every passing day, I'm seeing in the media, I'm seeing now here on YouTube, reality is seemingly starting to sit in for some of these people. And it may very well be a situation where they kind of wanted Trump to run against Hillary because they figured that that was Hillary's best chance, and they just didn't think it was going to get this far out of hand. Honestly, that's what it's starting to look like to me. And if that's the case, then Trump might just be who he claims he is. And if that's the case, why not vote for him, What do you have to lose at this point? I'm really not a fan of stop and frisk, which Donald Trump supports. I'm really not a fan of the no-fly list, as I've ranted about in previous videos. All right? But the fact that so many people are against this guy, it's clear that they're in 0 hour and they're all just freaking out at this point. They're throwing out everything they possibly can, including now trying to get famous YouTubers, practically blackmailing big YouTubers to come out and support Hillary Clinton in the hopes that they can obtain the youth vote.
I want to end this by calling out all the big YouTubers. The top 20 YouTubers reach over 1 billion views every single week, every 7 days. We have the power to activate a demographic, an electorate that isn't typically very active. That is young people.
I mean, it's pathetic. And, it's this type of just the dismantling of media, the dismantling of public persuasion that seems to be, going on all around us now. That is really starting to make me question whether or not Trump is actually authentic. And, like I said, it's starting to make him grow on me. It really is. I don't know if it's, maybe I'm just getting hoodwinked like the rest of them. I don't know. I'll make that claim. That could be a possibility. Absolutely. You never know with these things. The elite and government and the media and everything is so unbelievably rigged and so corrupt that it's really difficult to weed through what is true and what isn't. But I got to tell you, if something like this was actually happening, this is kind of exactly what I would expect the recourse to be.
This election is different. And if this guy gets elected, and you stood back with your arms folded and didn't speak out against him, it makes you complicit. It makes you partially responsible for handing him the reins of power.
This looks to me like they're just freaking out because for once they're going to have somebody in office that they didn't necessarily want. And if that's true, like I said, you might as well vote for him. Hey, maybe your vote doesn't do anything, but maybe it does, I don't know. But I just thought this was hysterical. Casey Neistat with with over 5 million subscribers, is now coming out and basically begging people to vote for Hillary. Unbelievable. This is quite an election. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Thanks, and God bless.